While doing some researches, we found lots of articles that explained how the dead corals and also the global warming, pollution, and ocean acidification are making the coral reefs to die and to suffer. So this causes the loss of the marine species and the deterioration of one of the planet's most important ecosystems. So from this idea, we asked ourselves, how can we reuse natural materials to create something useful, raising awareness about this environmental issue? And that's how we reached our problem based from this question and making the STEM project. So the characteristics, causes and consequences about the dead corals being there on the coral reefs with another corals that are still alive are that this problem is mainly characterized by coral bleaching and mass coral death, mainly caused by climate change, water pollution, and human activities, but mostly human activities. As a result, biodiversity decreases, and also the coastal protection weakness, and communities that depend on the ocean suffers economic impacts. All of it because of the dead corals that were dead because of our irresponsible human activities.
First, we use the CDG number 6, that is clean water and sanitation, hence our goal, which is to make better use of water and take care of our ecosystem.
The theoretical basis. Coraba is a project that helps address the damage coral reefs face from climate changes, acid rains, and pollutions. These problems lower the pH, causing coral bleaching, harming marine life. The projects use dead corals to make an eco-friendly paint, reducing waste and raising awareness about coral loss instead of the toxic chemicals found in regular paints like lead or mercury and barium. And the Corba uses an natural ingredients like cornstarch, like plant mucilage, and like rays of the corals to make an sustainable paint.
So our justification is that the commercial paints involve the use of toxic substances such as lead, cobalt, mercury, barium, which pollute the water, air, and soil. So our project Coraba, our main objective is to create an ecological paint that is biodegradable in the water, so it doesn't affect the ecosystems. Our paint is mainly made of dead corals and pigment of native plants, among others, and each one has a specific function. For example, dead corals work as a filler and gives opacity and a smooth texture. Prickly pears acts as a natural blender, cornstarch, sticker, and stylizer, water as a solvent, ethanol, alcohol like a preservative. At last, how we get our measurements, we use our cylinder as our main geometrical figure. With this figure, we use the formulas of total area and volume of a cylinder. This way we get how much paint can a jar contain, and that way we already were prepared to start our prototype.
Experimentation stage, we follow a hand-on process to test whether our ecological paint could actually work. First, we gather all the necessary materials, the dead coral, the local plants from natural pigments, and cornstarch. Then we crush them into in the coral into a fine powder. Since its calcium carbonate composition works as a natural white pigment and filler. At the same time, we extracted the plant pigments using a mortar to obtain natural color. Once both components were ready, we mix the coral powder, the plant pigment, and the cornstarch until we obtain a homogeneous mixture with the right texture to function as paint. During this step, we observed the consistency, the color integration, and how well the materials combined. This allowed us to evaluate the quality of the prototype, and finally, we identified that to prove the project in the future, it will help to measure each ingredient and more precisely and use higher quality materials to achieve even better results.
Now we are going to use our prototype of project. First, we take a little bit of paint and we will paint in the chart. like that. And that's it. Thank you.
In conclusion, we find that it is possible to create a new type of eco-friendly paint that benefits the planet and is much cheaper than conventional paint. By this way, we can achieve a benefit for humanity while simultaneously helping the ecosystem. This is what we also want to do in the future. Not only paint, but also other objects that we use every day, making them eco-friendly.